Hello everyone, Kamatsu here. This is a quick video to go over some troubleshooting steps if you are having issues upgrading your ODROID-GO. One of the most common problems seems to be with SD cards. This may look like a Samsung commercial, but it's not. I'm definitely not getting paid by Samsung or anybody else to make these videos. I just wanted to show you all of the SD cards that I have, and explain what they're used for. The Samsung SD cards are used in my main devices, so the two here are used in Raspberry Pis, like the Raspberry Pi Zero that's up here. The 64 gig Pro here is used in a keychain that I carry around with a bunch of files on it. The Pro Plus is actually in my cell phone all the time. I'm actually filming this to the internal storage. And the 256 gig, just recently purchased this during Prime Day. And that card will either go in my phone or go on my keychain. I haven't really decided which, but it's brand new. The 4 gig Kingston here is what I've been using for my ODROID-GO, as well as the 32 gig Kingston here for testing. And this SanDisk Ultra 200 gig is a card that I just keep around for various testing with different things. But I have tested all of these cards on the ODROID-GO. They have all successfully been able to update firmware without any issues. Every video I've made with the ODROID-GO has had this card in the back of the ODROID-GO. And this video will be no exception. Later on when I show you some gameplay, that's the card I'll be using. Another issue that's come up is the BIOS for the ColecoVision. As I've said in the comments on my videos, I don't really give any advice on downloading BIOSes because it's kind of a gray area, so you can usually find the ColecoVision BIOS on the same site you found your ROMs on, so just check there. It is the only emulator that requires a BIOS. Another question that's come up a couple times is if there's an upgrade path where you have to upgrade to a specific version and then upgrade to the latest, and you don't. You can upgrade straight to the latest version from whatever version comes on your device. You could even upgrade your device if your device has no software on it at all. The flash tool that I go over in my tutorial is actually writing to the flash chip inside the ODROID-GO that's on the ESP32 microcontroller, and it overwrites anything that's in there. So this allows you to put any software on there. And then the last issue that comes up is how to switch between the different software packages. And I'm going to show you that during this video and also demonstrate some of the new emulators that have come out. Now these emulators are not available from the Go Play menu. That's the nice blue menu that has all of the Nintendo and Sega and ColecoVision emulators on it. You have to reflash your application partitions every time you want to use one of these other emulators. And that is because they're not officially supported at all. They're simply a community-driven thing that has been put out. The community developers, especially Other Crash Override, has put a lot of work into them, and they don't get paid for that work. So let's take a look at one of the emulators. Go ahead and put in the SD card. Let's see, I'm using the 4 gig one, like I said. Turn this on. So here we are in the Go Play firmware. This is the package that normally comes with your ODROID, but this is a newer version. So let me show you how to switch to a different software package. And in this case, we're going to go to one of the newer emulators. So you turn off your ODROID, you hold down the B button, turn it back on, and you can see here, if I can get it in focus, that we're in the device firmware menu. And this is the only piece that you actually flash using that flash tool. Everything else comes off the SD card. And that's why it's important to actually have a good quality SD card. So you can see here I have an Atari 2600 emulator, Atari 7800 emulator. I have Doom, which you guys probably saw in my last videos. And I have MicroPython and ZX Spectrum. So let's start with ZX Spectrum since it's on the bottom of the list. And you can see that I've actually already loaded up a game. So the ZX Spectrum emulator remembers where you left off and it will reload the game for you. So this is actually Elite. Some of you might have heard of the game series Elite Dangerous. That's the most recent Elite that's out. Elite is the first of the series, I think, if I remember right. But this is pretty much your thing. Right view, left view, looking behind you. There's a menu somewhere in here. Oh, there it is. So, does this look familiar? Talks about fuel and cache and all that good stuff. Here's a galactic chart. I don't actually know how to get back. It's one of these buttons. Oh, there it is. Oh, it seems I got destroyed. Well, anyway, there you go. Elite. So when you're done playing this one, and it has a nice little menu, but again, this is very new software for the ODROID-GO. It just recently got ported over. It's still a work in progress. I don't recommend using this unless you are one of those users that has to have the bleeding edge software and you know your way around this kind of stuff. So let's turn it off again. Hold down B again. Turn it back on. And you got to keep on holding B until the menu comes up. Alright, so let's do the Atari 2600. Hit start. So here we are in the Atari 2600 emulator. You can see I have a couple games here. So I'm going to start the first one. And alright. I don't actually know how to play this, so... Nope. Guess I died. Nope. Wow, he really wanted me dead. Alright, so you can see this is working fine. You hit menu to go back to the menu, and it does not save your state. Again, these are very alpha versions of software. So let's try Solar Fox. I don't think I'm actually playing. Am I playing? Yeah, I am. Nope. Got me. Let's try Solaris. Oop. Okay, let's switch over to the other emulator. Holding down B. Alright, so that was the 2600. Let's do the 7800 now. Okay, so here we are in the Atari 7800 emulator, and we'll just go ahead and select this since everyone knows what this is. Start. Wow. I am terrible at aiming through a phone. Oop. And I blew up. Alright. Let's try this one. It's working pretty well, but anyone with earphones is probably cursing me right now, so let's just go ahead and exit. And then go ahead and this one. Oop. Wow. Alright. I'm clearly terrible at this game too. Wow. Okay. Well, you get the idea. It does work. So the emulators work pretty well. And each time you just turn off the power, turn it back on, and you can get back to wherever you want to be. So if you want to go back to the Nintendo and Sega and ColecoVision emulators, you just flash the Go Play image and you're good to go. Yours might look a little different. I actually put the dates on mine because I've tested a couple different versions, and these are the latest as of the making of this video, but I wanted to be able to have more than one version of the same software, which you can also do too. Well, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. I'll probably be making more videos about the ODROID-GO as it evolves, and also other electronics videos like, for example, the Raspberry Pi. That's all for now.